Okay, had a good week of work. Um, we need to go out and prove what kind of team we are on Sunday. I expect us to go out and play hard and play well, um, and continue to do the things we've been doing in practice. So we're excited to get going, get the season going. I know there'll be a lot of their fans there. I'm sure there'll be a lot of our fans there. So it'll be great to get back playing in the regular season with fans. So questions.
Mike, with Anthony Barr, is there any consideration of shutting him down for a little bit, or is he still week to week in your estimation?
He's close, so we'll just see.
You enjoy the teaching aspect of coaching, but how much do you really look forward to like the moment of truth and figuring out who this team is and where to take them from there?
Well, I hope I have a pretty good pulse on it right now, but the thing is, you never know until you go out there and you go against somebody else and you play. But I like this team. I think we got some really good talent. We got good guys that work hard and are competitive. So now we just got to go out and prove it.
How would you like Vigil in more of that every down role without Barr out there?
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. I told somebody the other day he reminds me of Chad Greenway. He's very smart, you know, conscientious about everything that he does. He's, he was in the system when he was at Cincinnati a little bit, and then when he went to San Diego, it changed. But he's caught on fast, and he's played well in the preseason. We all got to make sure that we all tackle good and be good communicators. They give you a lot of formations and movements and things like that.
As far as the tackling, how big of a challenge is Joe Mixon just right out of the gate?
Yeah, he's a good back, really good back. Physical, downhill, but he's got that jump cut that he can get from one side to the other. Him and P. Ryan both are really good backs.
Who's going to call the defense?
Pardon me?
Who's going to wear the green dot with Anthony out?
It'll be Vigil.
How is he? I mean, I'm sure you prepared him for that role, but
Yeah, he's been doing it all camp, so it's no big deal.
Mike, there's the new restrictions on the low block, downfield and outside. What kind of impact do you think that's going to have?
Well, I think it's going to have an impact on the defense on the crack tosses, so you might see a few more of those. But the offense a lot of times will cut doing that too. I think for the offense it'll impact some of the screens, where the linemen go out and throw on defenders. So it's kind of a 50-50 deal.
What are your expectations for D.D. Westbrook on Sunday?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll get some plays at receiver, and hopefully he has a great day returning punts. Huber's been there for a while. He's one of the only guys that I know when I was there, but he's a good left-footed punter.
D.D. the number one punt returner then?
Yeah.
How much does Nick's time in Cincinnati and with Coach Gunther help like the transition to come in as a new player to your?
Well, I think it did. When Paul took over after me, he there was same terminology and things like that. So they're very similar in that way. Typically, when you move from team to team, and we obviously have changed in 8 years, but there's some things that are still maintain the same terminology. But usually, when you move from team to team, the terminology is the biggest hurdle. Concepts are typically the same. It's just how you call it or say it or define it.
One more officiating question. They've got the Sky Judge this year, which can provide input to the referees. How do you think that's going to change, I guess, the mechanics of like how when to challenge a play?
Yeah, well, what I've been told is that they won't mess with it once it gets to 20 seconds. He said they tell me don't throw the flag until the play clock is at 20, because once it gets to 20, then they've made their decision as far as if they want to challenge it or not, if upstairs.
Will Kellen be the backup, or are you going to elevate Sean this weekend?
We'll elevate Sean.
How is he? I mean, I'm sure it was pretty seamless him being here the last 2 years, but how is he kind of taken on?
Yeah, he's done great. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant guy. Throws the ball well. Has a good grasp of the offense.